Yet. Now you all know I can just go live here on Facebook. Um, and I don't edit this. I can't. I don't think that I can edit. I don't want to take the time anyway, but we do a start. What is it doing here? I think it's still starting. I don't think it has started yet. I'm just gonna hit start. Let it let oh there we go. Hi everybody. It's Sabrina here today. So welcome to Let's Talk I Do. Um, I go. Oh, there you go. Uh, is this live? Okay, hold on a second. Okay, why does it say end test broadcast? Let me get this. Let me make sure I'm going out there to everybody. Okay, I think we're good. I'm not gonna end test broadcast. I hope this is not a test broadcast. We'll find out, I guess. If it is, then I'll upload it later on. But it's showing that it's recording, even though it says test broadcast, and I can't make it the button push. So, hi. I do this live broadcast the last Monday of each month, and it happens to be Memorial Day. So, happy and blessed Memorial Day to you all, honoring all of our fallen heroes all over the years, over time. Okay. Um, I have a few things to talk to you about this week. First, I want to just do a little brief recap. I spent a week in Florida with my daughter and my granddaughter, and we had an absolute blast. Spent some time here in San Antonio as well before the trip, actually, a few days after, too, or a day, I think, after we got back to Florida. Um, we went to the San Antonio, is it the San Antonio Aquarium? It's over in the Ingram Road area. Actually, it's on uh, Bab, no, yeah, it's over in that area. Anyway, very cool. We had a blast. The 4 year old granddaughter just absolutely loved it. You can hand feed the animals. You can have little experiences in the cages with them and stuff like that. It was awesome. Walking through koi ponds barefoot and just seeing everything just like up close and personal. It was awesome. Very highly recommend that San Antonio Aquarium. It was a blast. Um, and then we drove to Florida. My father had remarried recently, and we had none of us had met her, his new wife, before. My mother passed away about 3 years ago. So anyway, my dad in his 90s, mid 90s, decided to get married again. Um, More power to him. I think she's a good person for him. She is a good cook. I'll tell you that. She fed us a time or two, and it was really good food. So we had a blast. Okay. What I really wanted to come here and talk about tonight, and what I advertised last month, is talking to you about what your wedding ceremony should actually feel like. Okay. Um, Now there's this idea that a wedding ceremony is just the part that you have to get through before the party starts, right? And honestly, that makes me just a little bit sad because your ceremony should feel like something. Um, should feel definitely like something, not stiff, not robotic, not like a script that someone has copied off the internet 5 minutes before the ceremony started, just plugged in the names, right? Um, your ceremony should feel like you, right? It should reflect your values and your vibe. It should feel warm and comfortable and emotional and alive, right? Um, the best ceremonies are the ones where people aren't just listening, they're actually feeling along with you. They're laughing because something sounds exactly like the two of you. They're tearing up because they remember what love and new love, especially, feels like. They're leaning in instead of, checking their phones um, and their watches. And you should feel connected. You should feel grounded. You should be present in the moment instead of just trying to survive it. Okay. Um, a really good ceremony has flow. It breathes. There's emotion and laughter. There's quiet moments and then another smile. It feels natural. It does not feel rushed. It's intentional, not performative, because this isn't just the opening act before we all go to dinner or hit the happy hour. Yeah, cocktail hour. This is the moment you're actually getting married. This is like the reason we're all there, right? Your guests are going to feel that energy too. And when that ceremony is personal and genuine, your guests stop feeling like spectators. They become part of the experience. That's the difference between a ceremony people forget and a ceremony, the one that they talk about all the way home. Okay? Nobody remembers every word that was said during the ceremony, but they do remember how it felt to sit there and witness it. They remember the goosebumps that they got. They remember the laughter and the tears, the way the room shifted when you looked at each other. That's what matters. That's the whole reason we're there. Not perfection, not sounding formal enough, not trying to fit into someone else's idea of what a wedding ceremony should be. Your ceremony should feel honest, like the beginning of a marriage, not the reading of a document. Because at the end of the day, people may not remember every word they heard, but they will absolutely remember what they felt. All right. Well, that's all I've got to say on that topic. If you've got some comments, please put them down below. Before I leave, I know this has been very short. I always schedule an hour. It never takes that long, which I'm probably probably people are very happy about. It's the same as when I schedule my wedding ceremony. I have planners call me and go, "Well, how long is the ceremony going to be?" I always say 30 minutes. It's not going to be 30 minutes, and maybe 20, maybe even 15, depending on the length of the love story that I tell during the ceremony. But I want to build in some breathing time for the couple. So there you go. I always say 30 minutes. But I would like to wish a happy anniversary to some of my past brides and grooms, couples that I have wed during the last year, a few years, I should say. So on the 12th, actually of May, on May 12th, Samantha and Cielo got married in Corpus Christi. That was a very memorable ceremony. A beautiful little park down there with a pond so full of turtles. I have never seen so many turtles in one location. They're obviously the turtles are very happy there because they are producing and reproducing and reproducing. There's a lot of them there. But anyway, it was a very memorable occasion. On the 15th of this month, I did actually a vow renewal for Adriana and Andres at Granbury Hills. That was a beautiful wedding. It really, really was. Um, Very memorable. And yeah, you can see all these people's pictures if you go on my I'll go on my well, here I think on Facebook most definitely, and uh, my Instagram channel and all of that kind of thing. I blog about all of these things every year. Wish them happy anniversary. On the 21st, I did a really cool backyard wedding for Serenity and Terrence. Um, and their little daughter was with us there. Actually, several family members were there. That one was a little memorable. We were started out in the backyard under a really nice arch that they had built for their wedding ceremony, and of course, it started to rain, and the decision was made to move up a few feet up underneath the covered patio. And it was a warm day. Last May, I think it was last May, a year ago. It was a very warm day, and we had a we had to pause the ceremony briefly when the maid of honor kind of had a faint moment, and so anyway, we had to attend to her, make sure she had some water and things like that. But we got it done. It was turned out beautifully, and a lovely, lovely couple. And then on the 22nd, gosh, that was just last Friday, Medicus and Francisco also had a vow renewal. Golly, that was their 30, I think it was their 35th wedding anniversary. We did a vow renewal in their backyard. And golly, that was back in, I think it was 2019 that I did that one. Um, so anyway, I know it's their anniversary on the 22nd. Their kids, it was fun. The kids had arranged a surprise vow renewal for their anniversary party. And so I was brought in on that. So anyway, that was a lot of fun. This weekend, I have a wedding coming up. I'm going to be doing rehearsal for that on Thursday, and then the wedding itself on Saturday. Um, and I'll be talking about all of that after the fact. I don't like to uh, talk about couples before the ceremony. I don't like to name them or anything like that. Um, Before the ceremony, just because I don't, and or the location. But I do have a wedding again this weekend. I'll be blogging about that after the fact, so watch here for that. And I do have a blog spot, the I Do Lady, that Google blogging post, and I may post it on my Google business page as well. Probably that's a good idea. I'll probably do that as well. But anyway, so that's all I've got for this week. I would love to be able to answer any questions that people have each week. I would love for you to. I'm trying to get my little cursor over here, drag this down so I can see what's going on. I had somebody pop in. I think. Hold on a second. I got a comment. Let's see what do we got here. Mm, well, maybe it's in a place where I can't see it from the screen, so I'll have to check that out in a little while. But anyway, so be sure post any questions down below. I will answer them. Again, I go live the last Monday of each month at 7 p.m. I have scheduled for an hour. Never, ever, ever lasts that long. Maybe 15 minutes. I think that's about where I am right now. And so I think I'm going to bid you all good evening. Enjoy your week. Kids are getting out of school here in the local area this week. And so they'll all be home and looking forward to the summer, I'm sure. So, everybody, enjoy. And I love you all. Bye.